Breaking Bad holds the Guinness World Record for the most critically acclaimed show ever made. It sits at number 1 on IMDb with a rating of 9.5 out of 10. The show won 16 Emmy Awards. Let me break down exactly why Breaking Bad earned its place as the best show of all time. The story starts simple. Walter White is a 50-year-old high school chemistry teacher who gets diagnosed with cancer. He needs money for treatment and to leave something for his family after he dies. So he starts cooking meth with his former student, Jesse Pinkman. That pitch sounds terrible for a TV show. A middle-aged teacher making drugs? But creator Vince Gilligan turned this crazy idea into the most gripping drama ever made. The pilot episode grabbed viewers by the throat and never let go. You see Walter in his underwear on a dirt road holding a gun with sirens coming. Then the show jumps back to show how he got there. Right away, you know this normal teacher's life is about to explode. Bryan Cranston's performance as Walter White changed television acting forever. Before Breaking Bad, everyone knew Cranston as the goofy dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Nobody expected him to deliver the performance of a lifetime, but Cranston became Walter White completely. He plays a loving husband and father in one scene. Then he transforms into the ruthless drug kingpin Heisenberg in the next scene. You understand his motivations even when he does terrible things. Cranston won 4 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor. Even legendary actor Anthony Hopkins wrote him a letter saying his performance was the best acting he had ever seen. That letter from one of the greatest actors ever proves how incredible Cranston's work was. Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman gave us the perfect opposite journey. Jesse starts as a sleazy street rat who uses dirty language and acts like a complete scumbag. But over 5 seasons, Jesse transforms into the moral center of the show. While Walter descends into darkness, Jesse tries to hold on to his humanity. The scenes showing Jesse's inner pain hit harder than anything else on television. When Jesse struggles with the horrible things he did or that Walter made him do, you feel every bit of his suffering. Paul won 3 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor. The relationship between Walter and Jesse drives the entire show. Their strange father-son dynamic shifts constantly and keeps you hooked. Every character in Breaking Bad feels real and fully developed. Skyler White is not just the wife who gets in the way. She reacts like a real person would when her husband starts cooking meth and lying constantly. Hank Schrader is the DEA agent brother-in-law who hunts drug dealers while his own family member is Heisenberg. The show makes you care about everyone. Even side characters like Saul Goodman, the sleazy lawyer, got so popular that he earned his own prequel show. Gus Fring became one of the greatest villains in television history. He runs a fast food chain while secretly controlling the meth trade. The polite way he talks makes him even more terrifying. Every character serves a purpose and gets proper development. The writing in Breaking Bad never had a single bad episode. Most shows have weak seasons or episodes that fans skip. Not Breaking Bad. Every single episode matters and builds towards something bigger. The show planned its ending from the very beginning. Vince Gilligan knew exactly where the story was going. The writers did not stretch things out to make more money. They told their story in exactly 5 seasons and ended it perfectly. Every action has consequences. Nothing gets forgotten. Seeds planted in Season 1 pay off in Season 5. Breaking Bad revolutionized how television shows get made. The show was perfect for binge-watching before binge-watching was even a thing. The story moves slowly and builds tension episode by episode. You need to watch every episode in order to understand what happens. This hurt the show on regular TV where people had to wait a week between episodes. But when Netflix started streaming Breaking Bad before Season 4, everything changed. Suddenly, millions of people discovered the show and binged all of it. Viewership exploded from 1.4 million viewers in Season 1 to over 10 million for the finale. The show proved that streaming could save and build shows in ways traditional TV never could. The cinematography in Breaking Bad looks like a movie every single episode. The show was supposed to take place in California, but they changed it to Albuquerque, New Mexico. That decision changed everything. The desert colors and wide open spaces show Walter's empty, desolate life perfectly. The camera work uses creative angles you never see on TV. Fisheye shots, time-lapse sequences, beautiful overhead views. Every frame looks like art. The montages set to incredible music became a trademark. Whether showing them cooking meth or committing crimes, these montages control the pace perfectly. Breaking Bad made cinematography matter in television the same way it matters in films. Breaking Bad tackles moral questions that most shows avoid. The show asks if a good person can become evil. Does doing bad things for good reasons make you a bad person? Walter says he cooks meth to provide for his family, but as the show goes on, his real motivation becomes clear. He likes the power. He likes being Heisenberg. He becomes the danger instead of being afraid of danger. The show forces you to root for Walter even as he becomes more horrible. Then it makes you hate yourself for ever supporting him. This moral complexity separates Breaking Bad from simple good versus evil stories. Every character exists in shades of gray. Nobody is purely good or purely evil. The show balances multiple tones perfectly. Breaking Bad mixes dark comedy, intense drama, brutal violence, and quiet character moments. One scene has you laughing at something ridiculous. The next scene breaks your heart. Then suddenly, you are terrified. Most shows cannot juggle different tones without falling apart. Ozymandias is the only piece of media on IMDb with a perfect 10 out of 10 rating. That episode destroys everything Walter built and shows the full consequences of his actions. Face Off ends Season 4 with one of the most shocking villain deaths ever. Crawlspace has an ending so disturbing it feels like a horror movie. The show creates cliffhangers where there are not even cliffs. It makes you hold your breath even during quiet conversations. The tension builds so perfectly that you cannot look away. Every season finale feels like the end of a great movie. The show never talks down to its audience. Breaking Bad trusts viewers to be smart and pay attention. Tiny details in early episodes become important later. The chemistry is actually real. The show does not explain everything constantly. It lets you figure things out yourself. This respect for the audience made fans study every frame and discuss every scene. People debated the meaning of colors. They analyzed every choice Walter made. The show created a passionate community that dissected each episode. Breaking Bad rewards people who pay close attention and remember details. Breaking Bad addresses real issues that matter. Walter cooks meth because he cannot afford cancer treatment. The American healthcare system failing him starts everything. That critique remains relevant today. The show explores what poverty and desperation do to people. It shows how the drug trade destroys communities. These are not just background details. They drive the story. Breaking Bad takes real problems and builds a powerful narrative around them. The show never preaches, but makes you think about these issues through the characters. The supporting cast delivers incredible performances. Dean Norris as Hank brings humor and heart to the DEA agent hunting Heisenberg. Anna Gunn won 2 Emmy Awards for playing Skyler. Jonathan Banks as Mike Ehrmantraut became a fan favorite with his quiet intensity. Giancarlo Esposito made Gus Fring one of the most memorable villains ever. Bob Odenkirk took Saul Goodman and made him so popular that Better Call Saul ran for 6 successful seasons. Every actor brings their best work. There is not a single weak performance in the entire show. Breaking Bad delivered a perfect ending. Most great shows mess up their finales, not Breaking Bad. The final episode, Felina wraps up every storyline satisfyingly. Walter finally admits he did everything for himself, not his family. He saves Jesse one last time. He gets his revenge. He dies on his own terms in the meth lab. The ending feels earned after 5 seasons of buildup. It is surprising yet inevitable. Fans debate whether Walter deserved his ending, but nobody argues that the finale was bad. Breaking Bad stuck the landing when so many other shows crashed. The cultural impact of Breaking Bad continues growing even over a decade after it ended. Clips from the show dominate social media. Memes about WalterWhite spread everywhere. References to the show appear in music, movies, and other TV shows. Better Call Saul proved the universe could expand successfully. El Camino gave Jesse's story a proper conclusion. The show inspired a generation of television creators to aim higher. After Breaking Bad, audiences expected every show to be this good. Networks realized they could take risks on unconventional stories.